So I don't know if you're a fan of Larry the Cable Guy. I'm a fan of the guy who plays Larry the Cable Guy. I knew him before he was Larry the Cable Guy. He was a comedian, and we were both just regular comedians without characters. And he makes me laugh off stage. Nobody made me laugh harder than that guy. Here he is, by the way. So, and a super nice guy, super funny off stage, always joking around, which I love. I hate the comedians who go, "Oh, you always on?" Yes, please be on. You know why? Because it's entertaining. And life is unentertaining and boring. So I appreciate comedians. I like when they're on. Dan Whitney, one of those guys, Larry the Cable Guy. Hilarious. I love them. I love him. He was on Fox News, and he was talking about the election, President, who's going to be the next president, Hillary Clinton or Donnie Trump. I like to call him Donnie. Donnie Little Hands is what we call him. Donnie Tidy Hands Trump. So here's what he has to say about the election.
You know, this election is so crazy because I want to change. I like Trump, some of the things he says, and he's outrageous. So you just don't know. It's kind of like the choice is, let's see, do I want to poop my pants or do I want somebody else to poop my pants? So I don't know. I think I'll go with pooping my own pants. So that ought to give you an answer, right?
I think he's voting Jill Stein. That's what it sounds like. So even Larry the Cable Guy can't stand our choices.
That's what you get out of this? I think he's going to vote for Trump. And I think he's an unfunny asshole. I'm sorry, man. How could you think this guy's funny?
I know him
Were you
personally.
drunk?
No, I mean, I haven't seen his act. I'm just talking about off stage.
Oh, how can I cannot even fathom the concept of him being funny off stage.
Well, I know.
I would constantly look at him and think,
this is a character.
That's Larry the Cable Guy.
This is a character he developed on the radio.
Hitler was a character. Who gives a shit about characters?
I don't want to get into an argument about.
He makes money off of that character being real to a lot of people. So that's not cool. It's not, if you develop that character ironically.
This is not a segment about
people who can't tell they're being mocked.
All right. This is
he grew up in Tampa Beach.
If he created
yes, he grew up in Florida.
He doesn't have an accent.
But I know. It's a character.
It's infuriating.
If he invented him today, he'd be Larry the Trump supporter.
It sounds like he's not.
Got him.
Sounds like he's not. Sounds like he's not. Sounds like he's not. I'm going to give him kudos. He's not a Trump. He's saying I don't like it. Voting for Trump is like crapping my own pants.
That's a good point.
He's saying that.
If you extend this clip out, does he talk about the appearance he's doing that night at the Chuckle Hut? Or is
the guy plays theaters. He doesn't go to Chuckle Huts.
He does the Prilosec Stadium.
Oh, okay.
I remember him when he was Larry the DSL guy. He's a fraud.
Does he change out of costume when he go? I mean, he doesn't wear that around.
You know, I don't know. You remember that guy Andy Kaufman? He wasn't. Yeah. He was also doing a character.
Yeah,
right.
It's a character. It's okay to do characters.
Yeah.
That's a character. Remember Steve Martin, Wild and Crazy Guy? That was a character. Remember he put on that suit and he put the arrow through it? That was a character. Dan is doing a Larry the Cable Guy character.
Yeah, but the big difference between Kaufman and Martin is their audiences knew this was a put on.
No, there's a lot of people who didn't. That's I read Steve Martin's book,
Kaufman.
and he said, no, Steve Martin's book, he said half of them didn't. I read Steve Martin's book. A lot of them didn't. They couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah, how does he sleep with that arrow through his head?
So I'm just, and people with Andy Kaufman, that was the whole thing. Is he joking or not? People didn't know. So I'm just saying you can't beat up on him just because you don't like his character.
Let me put it this way. If I had ironically created a right-wing redneck character, and then all of a sudden I was making a lot of money off of people who thought that was real, I would personally have a problem with that.
Okay.
I would take the money.
That's not what this is about.
Yeah, that's the difference.
This is about him. Even Larry the Cable Guy said he doesn't like. That's what this is about. I don't want to turn this into something else. Stop this. We're stopping this whole
segment.
But he's
playing a Chuckle Hut tonight, and
you're a fraud, Dore.